Hello,
Hello, good evening.
good evening.
How are you?
So,
Okay, so
nothing
so.
special.
Oh, okay. So that means it's just a normal day, nothing special happened for today,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes,
Right. Okay, that's great. So now, Sandy, are you ready for the class?
yes.
Yes. Now, this time we are still on the Unit 2 of the International Marketing.
hmm
So, what are the things that you have remembered from our previous lesson?
We talk about the noun compounds and noun phrases.
Okay, very good. So, we have talked about noun compounds and noun phrases. So, as you can remember, we had a language review, right? So, we have the noun compounds and the noun phrases. Also, we have answered some activities, okay, like identifying which compound nouns or which word in each group does not make a compound noun with the word. And then now we are on the letter C, right?
Yes.
Right. And I can see that you already have your answers in this part. Very good. So this time, let us have this activity. The words in each of the noun phrases below are in the wrong order. Now write the phrases in their correct form. Okay, so the phrases in this part are not arranged in the correct order. So what will you do to arrange them so that it will be correct? So this time, let us look at number 1. Can you read the wrong one in your own answer?
Impressive figures sells really. And my answer is really impressive sales figures.
Okay. Okay, so it should be really impressive sales figures. Very good. How about number 2?
I think number two, the question may be wrong. The department new public relation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't able to really look at one or at that one. So that is Department New Public Relations. Very sorry, I was not really able to look at this one. Okay, so this one should be in number 6. Okay. Okay, so what do you think will be the answer in number 2?
Oh, so what do you mean? Sorry.
Oh, okay. So now I have removed those extra words
Uh-huh.
that are not included in number 2. So looking at those 4 words that were left, what do you think will be the correct noun phrase in
Uh-huh.
this part?
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Department new public relations.
Okay, so what is your answer once again?
Okay. Public new public department relations. It's my answer.
Okay, your answer is New Public Department Relations. Uh-huh. Okay, I think you would have to arrange just the 2 words that we have there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think are those 2 words?
rearrange two words. New public relations department. Department. So I think I need to public public. This one.
Okay, what do you think?
Public new department relations.
Can
No.
you or no? Okay, can you arrange it once again?
Okay. So. Public. How about this one? New public relations department.
Okay, which is correct?
This is correct.
Yes, because you are referring to the new public relations department. This is a department that would be in charge of public dealings. Okay, like if you want to have an event that would involve publicity, then you can have the new public relations department to handle that. Okay, they're like the persons you would or you would have to manage or you would have to manage the publicity of your certain event, or maybe your certain event like that. If you are going to launch a new product, or maybe you're going to have an opening of this one, then you can contact and you want to invite like the mayor maybe, or the local government officials, then you can ask the new public relations department to arrange that one. Okay, so that is the new public relations department. Now let us have number 3.
Highly marketing report confidential. It should be highly confidential marketing report.
Okay. Highly confidential marketing report. Okay, very good. How about number 4?
Number 4. Overseas expanding operations. It should be expanding overseas operations.
Okay, so it should be expanding overseas operations. Very good. How about the next one, number 5?
Rapidly should balance improving. Should be rapidly improving balance sheet.
Very good. So it should be rapidly improving balance sheet. Oh, it should be this one. Okay. How about number 6?
Extremely red exchange.
That is volatile.
Volatile. It should be extremely volatile exchange rate.
Okay, so it should be extremely volatile exchange rate.
Volatile.
Am I right?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Oh, hello. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
I'm very sorry. I was muting the microphone that time because it's quite noisy in the background.
Yes.
Okay, I'm very sorry. So when we say, or your answer is correct, that is extremely volatile exchange rate. So when we say volatile, that is likely to change suddenly or unexpectedly. Okay, so I will just note the word so that you will know.
Okay.
Okay, the pronunciation of the word and also the meaning of it. Okay, so it is noted in here that this one is volatile. Okay, so I have put that one in the comment box so that you will know. Okay, and we have the last one.
I think it's the same with the number 3.
Oh, it's the same with number 3. Yeah. So, oh, I see. This should be in the number 3. I will just put those words in here so that you will know. I will just change, okay, and try to answer.
Ambitious, highly ambitious.
Okay, so we have the words ambitious, highly programmed, market research. Okay, so can you... Okay.
Highly ambitious. Ambitious, highly programmed market research should be highly ambitious market research program.
Okay, so it should be highly ambitious market research program. Okay, good job for answering this one. Now, do you have any questions about noun phrases or these noun phrases that we have here?
I want to ask in do we usually use these noun phrases, noun compound in our life? Because I think I'm not familiar with them.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you are asking me if these phrases are common, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so by looking at the words being used in the phrases, I think they are all marketing phrases. Okay, so it is common in marketing terms.
So, do we use the noun phrases in our life?
Yes, of course. In English language, we use noun phrases, but not like this one because we are just using these noun phrases related to marketing since your unit 2 is international marketing. Okay, so do you want to ask me or do you want to know if there are common noun phrases that we use?
Yes.
Okay, actually, there are a lot of common noun phrases. Okay, so we have a lot when it comes to English language. Okay, so it is like this one. Okay, I'll give you some sentences. Okay, and examples of sentences. Like Karen lives in the yellow house. Okay, so where do you think is, or in this sentence, what do you think is the noun phrase?
Yellow house.
Okay, yellow house, or to be complete, the yellow house.
Oh.
Okay, so that is an example of a noun phrase. Like there are two nouns, okay, combined into a phrase. Okay. Another, we can have what else? Let me think of another one. Okay. She likes what do you call this one? Let me give you another one. There are a lot that comes to my mind, but more on like the example of the yellow house. So we could have okay. She likes to live in the Stone Village. Okay, so what do you think is the noun phrase?
The Stone Village.
Okay, so that would be the Stone Village. Okay, so as you can see, they are just simple.
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like a little complicated in this topic since we are in the international marketing part. Okay, so you will be looking at terms that will be used in marketing. Okay, so I understand. Even me, there is some confusion. Okay, I can also confuse myself with these terms, especially because I am not really into business terms. I'm not a business I am not a business degree graduate, so I'm not really very familiar with those terms that are in here, but they are understandable. Okay, since one of my subjects would include business English. Okay, but then I am not really familiar, like I am not an expert with those words that we have here. So I really understand that you will also have difficulties in understanding some of the terms in here. But as you can see, you did well in our activities. Okay, because I can see that you are already having a great understanding about the noun phrases and the noun compounds. Okay, but do you have any questions with our noun phrases?
No questions.
No questions. Okay, so let us move on to skills. Okay. So as you can see here, we have skills that would be brainstorming. Do you know what happens when you are involved in a brainstorming? Or do you have any idea about what is brainstorming?
Need to think.
Okay.
many ideas. You need to think a lot of ideas too, and try to find the best one for the
Okay.
problem.
Okay. So you're thinking of a lot of ideas. Okay, and try to come up with the best one. So where does or when does brainstorming usually happen?
When? In a meeting.
Okay, very good. Commonly in a meeting or in a group discussion or in a class activity. That is usually brainstorming. There are a lot of situations where you can really apply brainstorming, and it's really effective because you cannot, they say that two heads are better than one. Actually, it's not only two, three, four, or five, or six heads sometimes are better than one. That's why we have the word brainstorming or the activity brainstorming to generate new ideas. That's great. Now, in letter A, it explains that brainstorming is a useful way of generating creative ideas in meetings. That means you are asking the participants in the meeting for their own ideas about a certain topic or the things that you need to think of. Now, we have below some statements. Now decide which tips below are good advice and which ones you disagree with. Then compare your answers with a partner. Now I will just let you read each one. Okay, we will discuss each one and then tell me whether you agree or disagree with the following sentences. Okay? So are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Now let's start with the first one. Can you read number 1?
Explain the purpose of the meeting clearly.
Okay, explain the purpose of the meeting clearly. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree. Why?
Explain the purpose of a meeting clearly. Because before the brainstorming, I think we need to let the people in the meeting know why we need this meeting. This meeting is for what purpose, and we can have the result quickly.
Okay, very good. So you cannot say your opinion, okay, without knowing the purpose, right? So if someone asks you to, can you give me an example of a building? Someone would usually say, why? What is it for? Why are you asking for an example of a building? Right? So that is what is usually being asked if the meeting is, or the purpose of the meeting was not clearly stated. Okay, if you will ask, can you give me an idea of an effective brand? For what? Okay, what do we have to do? Why should we think of a brand? Do we need to change our brand? Okay, so that is one way of having a clear discussion. Okay, so how about number 2?
Ask each person to speak in turn, starting with the most senior. Ask each person to speak in turn, starting with the most senior. Maybe disagree. I think we don't need to speak in turn. Everyone who want to speak to talk about their idea, they can just raise their hands.
Okay, so you disagree with this one?
Yes.
Okay, me too. I disagree with this because I don't think seniority would matter, especially in a brainstorming. I'll wait for a while, I need to do something. Saba. Okay, so now I'm very sorry, it was just too loud and noisy. Okay, so I need to like turn on a lot of my volume. So, well, anyway, can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So again, as I was saying, I also disagree with this one because asking or when someone has an idea, I don't think the senior would have to do it first. Okay, what if the ones with the lower position or the ones who are just new has some good ideas? Okay, so I do not agree with this one. Seniority doesn't matter for me. Okay, so how about number 3?
Announce the time limit for the meeting. I think I agree with this idea. Because if we don't have the limit for the meeting, it seems like maybe we just waste our time because we don't have the limit. Maybe our meeting will go slowly and maybe not many ideas come out because we don't have the pressure.
Oh, okay. So, if there is no time pressure, then they would not be provoked to think of a lot of ideas, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you agree with this?
Yes.
Okay. So I will just put the word agree. Okay, very good. So as for me, it's okay to announce the time limit for the meeting. Okay, because of course you need to have a budget and time. Okay, so you will just allot just this time, like we will have a brainstorm for just 30 minutes, or our meeting will end in 4:30. Okay, so with that, we can provoke our team members, okay, to think of a good idea. Okay, but sometimes there are some meetings that do not have time limit. Okay, so especially if they need to really have a lot of ideas together with. So I think having a limit in time is effective. Okay. So how about number 4?
Avoid criticizing or judging ideas during the session. I agree with this idea because I think the criticizing and the judging idea are they didn't help the they didn't help us to think about the ideas. It's not helpful. Maybe just waste time to talk about the idea.
Okay, so you agree with this?
Yes, agree. So what's the criticizing ideas?
Oh, okay. So when you say criticizing ideas, you would usually say, "Oh no, no. That's your idea is bad. Your
Oh,
idea is pointless. It's stupid." Okay.
uh-huh.
So I agree with this one actually.
Okay.
And you also agree with this, right?
Yes.
Yes. Avoid criticizing or judging ideas during the session because we might not know that that idea might be useful. Have you already had a meeting and had someone who criticized someone's opinion or your opinion or idea?
No. So maybe we just talk in private or person, not in the meeting. Maybe we just talk about that stupid idea later.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you just talk about it privately.
Yes.
So I hope that you talk to the person, that person directly, not to others. Like, oh, his idea earlier was just too stupid. Okay, there are people who are like that. Okay, like talking behind others people's back.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not good. Maybe if you want to just tell them that, oh, you know, what you said earlier was quite rude as for me. Okay. But you don't need to talk about that certain person to someone else. That is not good, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. How about number 5?
Encourage ideas, however unusual they may be. Encourage ideas. Yes, I agree. Because we are brainstorming. We need a lot of ideas and to think about the best one. So I think it should be encourage ideas, no matter it's useful or not.
Okay, so encourage ideas, however unusual they may be. Okay, we cannot get away with a team member or a person in the meeting who has a strange idea, right? Okay, so still encourage them, do not criticize them. Like you can say, oh, it could be great, okay, but in a certain situation. Okay, or it might not apply in the situation, but it can apply to other situations. Okay, so that's great. Now, how about number 6?
Don't interrupt when people are offering suggestions. Yes, I agree. I think it's polite when other people are talking about their suggestions. It's not suitable to interrupt it.
Okay, so you disagree with this one?
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah, agree.
Okay, so you shouldn't interrupt. It would be impolite to interrupt someone while talking. Right?
Yes.
Same as through when someone is offering suggestions. Even if, or even no matter how bad their suggestions may be, you can still
Uh-huh.
not interrupt them. It would be impolite to interrupt someone talking or while
Mm.
talking. Okay. Okay. So how about number 7?
Make sure everyone keeps to the point. Uh, I agree because if we can make sure everyone keeps to the point, I think the meeting can go smoothly. We can have the ideas came out easily.
Okay, very good. I agree with what you have said. So make sure everyone keeps to the point. Okay, so that we cannot go to other directions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if someone, sometimes we cannot get away with it. If someone seems to be like keeping away from the point,
Uh-huh.
then we can redirect it. Okay, like to be in that certain discussion. Okay, so that would be to agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about number 8?
Don't spend time on details. Mm, I agree. Because it's a brainstorming. I think the end of the meeting, we need to think of think. We need to have a lot of ideas. Um, so I think we don't think about the details because maybe too much details it will cut off the ideas.
Okay, so you don't want to spend some time on details?
Yes, I think we can talk about that later, not
Mm-hmm.
in this meeting.
Okay, later, not in this meeting. Okay. Okay, so you agree. I am somewhat in the middle. I
Uh-huh.
sometimes agree, I sometimes don't. I agree because there are ideas that might need to have explaining.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it might be something that would not be clear if it doesn't need to, or it doesn't have to be explained. So
Mm-hmm.
I think there are ideas that needs to be explained, and there are ideas that does not need to be explained. As for
Mm-hmm.
me. Hmm. Okay, so but it's okay that you agree because sometimes it consumes all the time that you have if you spend too much time on details, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so well, anyway, do you have any questions in this part?
No questions.
No questions. Thank you for discussing your answers. Now, this time, let us listen to audio 2.3. Now, listen to the first part of an authentic brainstorming meeting between 3 members of the marketing department at Business Solutions Limited. Then, answer these questions. Okay, so if you need to listen to the audio once again, then you can tell me. Okay?
Okay.
So take your time in listening, then afterwards we will discuss. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just tell me
Okay.
once you're done.
Recording 2.3.
Okay, thanks for coming along this morning. As I said in my email, the purpose of the meeting this morning is for us to brainstorm ideas promotional activities that we're going to carry out to make sure that the launch of the Business Solutions website is a success from the start. I'm going to open it up to you to come up with the ideas that you've formulated over the past couple of weeks. Anything goes. We've got no budget at the moment, but fire away.
Great. No budget constraints.
That's
wasn't it?
great. Television and radio.
Wow, starting big.
Excellent.
Well, we have no budget. I think we'd reach a wide audience, something like that. And we could focus on some of the big sort of business, financial, network television if we want to reach a global market. And if that's what we're working to do and extend into all areas, I think.
It's been quite
Yeah.
successful for some of the banks.
That's right.
Yeah.
But definitely focused
Focus
advertising.
on specific networks that would reach the, where the businessmen are watching
Yeah.
network television.
Yeah.
Well, I've been working more on much cheaper solutions than that, just in case
Right.
there are budget problems. I thought we could do some effective online promotion, which is actually very cheap. I think we should aim to do that anyway. Direct mailing, but also register the site effectively with search engines, so anybody who goes onto the internet and is looking for business solutions would come up with our website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should definitely do some of that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What about press advertising, traditional newspapers, business magazines,
Yes.
journals?
Great. I mean, we've done that very effectively in the
Yeah.
past.
Got some good response rates to the advert place before. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would be something we could do not just once, but a kind of campaign over a period of time.
Build it up.
Yeah. Teaser campaign. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to listen again.
Okay, sure you can.
Recording 2.3.
Okay, thanks for coming along this morning. As I said in my email, the purpose of the meeting this morning is for us to brainstorm ideas, promotional activities that we're going to carry out to make sure that the launch of the Business Solutions website is a success from the start. I'm going to open it up to you to come up with the ideas that you've formulated over the past couple of weeks. Anything goes. We've got no budget at the moment, but fire away.
Great. No budget constraints.
That's
wasn't
great. Television and radio.
it? Wow, starting big.
Excellent.
Well, we have no budget. I think we'd reach a wide audience, something like that. And we could focus on some of the big sort of business, financial, network television if we want to reach a global market. And if that's what we're working to do and extend into all areas, I think.
It's been quite
Yeah.
successful for some of the banks.
That's right.
Yeah.
But definitely focused
Focus
advertising.
on specific networks that would reach the, where the businessmen are watching
Yeah.
network television.
Well, I've been working more on much cheaper solutions than that, just in case
Right.
there are budget problems. I thought we could do some effective online promotion, which is actually very cheap. I think we should aim to do that anyway. Direct mailing, but also register the site effectively with search engines, so anybody who goes onto the internet and is looking for business solutions would come up with our website.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we should definitely do some of that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What about press advertising, traditional newspapers, business magazines,
Yes.
journals?
Great. And we've done that very effectively in the
Yeah.
past.
Got some good response rates to the advert place before. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would be something we could do not just once, but a kind of campaign over a period of time.
Build it up.
Yeah. Teaser campaign. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this time I will put the script below
Oh,
so that we can have a reference if you want. While discussing. Okay, so I'll give you the script. Okay, they talk way too fast, right? Okay, so even me, I still had a hard time like listening to them. If you want to check whether what you have listened to is correct or not, then you can look at this part. Okay, I don't know how to align this one. Maybe we can have that one in a smaller font size. I don't know. So we can see. I will just have to adjust the font size for a while. Okay, I think, Okay, so now let us answer the following questions. So based on what you have listened to, what is the purpose of the meeting?
The purpose of the meeting is the brainstorm ideas, pressure activities. They want to carry out the Launchly business solution website.
Okay. Okay, so they want to launch a website. Right. Okay, so what else?
What else?
What do you think are the other purposes of the meeting?
The other purposes? I just catch this one.
Okay,
Yes,
that
more
one.
ideas.
Okay, so they're also talking about, excuse me. They are also talking about promotional activities. Okay, brainstorm ideas for that. Okay, but the purpose is for like that one, but just what you have answered earlier. Okay, so it says here that it says here the purpose of this meeting is to brainstorm their ideas about promotional activities that they're going to carry out for the launching of their business solutions website. Okay, so number 2 is what types of promotion are mentioned by the participants?
What types of promotion are mentioned by participants? They are mentioned the television and radio.
Television and radio.
And effective online promotion.
Okay, effective online promotions. What else?
And advertising, like traditional newspaper, magazine, journal.
Okay, advertising traditionally, like using newspapers, magazines, and journals. Okay, very good. So you have mentioned advertising on television and radio, online promotion, direct mailing, press advertising, and in traditional newspapers, business magazines, and journals. Okay, very good. That's great. Okay, so I'll just mark it correct in here. So good job for listening very carefully to that certain brainstorming activity. Now this time let us listen to the continuation part of that audio. Okay, it's like the part 2 of the audio file that we have. Okay, so I want you to listen to that once again. Okay.
Once again?
I want you to listen to that brainstorming once again, but then in a different part. Okay, this one, letter C.
2.4.
2.4. Okay, sorry. Okay. So just tell me once you're done, and we will discuss your answers in these questions. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Contacts between human resources departments definitely. is an area.
Recording 2.4.
And then again, going back to cheaper solutions, we could use the contact base we've got, the market research we've been doing for this new website. We've got some very good contacts where I think we could send out glossy brochures, maybe a CD-ROM demonstration of the site to human resource managers, training managers.
That's a good idea.
Right.
We've already got contacts with lots of those, and I'm sure we should
exploit them.
Yeah, we could build that up
Yeah.
and direct mail them.
With information packs or.
Yeah, I mean, we could do a big either a CD-ROM walkthrough with as a part of a glossy brochure pack. Might be one way, and or information brochure if we didn't have so much money.
Would it be worth it sponsoring some kind of an event? I don't know.
Yeah, those big.
Inviting the real movers and shakers of our target customers, the ones we can count.
It'd be great to do a
Absolutely.
presentation, maybe on a boat, maybe up the river or something.
Yeah.
Maybe get the press in.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Cool. Excellent. Yeah. Okay. What other areas of press advertising could we do? Do you think? We've done billboard advertising before, but
Billboards, I don't know.
I don't know.
I hadn't thought of that for this. But
Yeah. I don't know what the costs are related to that. I think we'd have to look at that. Underground, airports,
yeah.
maybe some of that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap the meeting up now. We've come up with some really good ideas. We've got TV, radio advertising. Obviously, that's going to be dependent on the budget we've actually set at the end of the day. Online promotion, which is cheaper, but obviously we've got to certainly have some degree of online promotion. Press advertising, business journals, billboards, maybe, depending on the budget again. The contacts with the human resources departments, definitely. I mean, that's an area that we really need to explore. And certainly a sponsorship of a major event to tie into the launch would be a great idea.
Okay, so when will we meet next?
I think we're scheduled for 3 weeks' time,
yeah, that's fine.
by which time we'll have more of an idea of the sort of budget we're working with.
Should we cost some of these things and see?
Yeah.
so that
I've
we
got
can-
some research I can.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right, we'll bring that to this meeting.
great.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay. This time, let us answer the following questions. Now, what other ideas for promoting the website are mentioned by participants?
I just catch the information packs, information brochures, and maybe they can have some kind of event, invite the target customers.
Okay, very good. So we have here. Oh. Okay, so we have in here. I'll just put the answers. Okay, so that is to send a mailing to the names of the contact base containing a brochure or CD-ROM, an event, for example, on a riverboat, billboard, or advertising. So lastly, when is the meeting and what information will the participants get then?
What is the next meeting? 3 weeks. 3 weeks time.
Okay.
And the participant will get the research.
Okay, so in 3 weeks' time, they will also get information in the budget and the cost of different promotional activities. So they will research for that, right?
Oh yes, research for that. So
Yeah.
what's the in 3 weeks time means?
That means in 3 weeks.
So
Mhm.   Okay, so after 3 weeks, or yeah.
3 weeks.
Okay, so 3 weeks time, they will also get information in the budget and the cost of different promotional activities. So they will research for that, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so
Around 3 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So now I can see that we don't have much time left, right?
Yes.
Yes, but good job because you have answered our activities in the noun phrase and you've discussed your answers in brainstorming, and of course you listen very carefully to the ones that are being discussed in audio 2.3 and 2.4. So that's good. So keep on researching, okay, for the words that you don't know here, or if you want to know more noun phrases, you can look for them in the internet. Okay. So, do you have any questions?
No questions.
No questions. So, thank you very much for this night, Sandy, and I hope that you will have a great night. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hey, don't forget to pass the script about the 2.4.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for reminding me.
Okay.
I could
Thank
just give it to you right now.
Okay.
Okay, I totally forgot. Okay, it's in here. We can just adjust the alignment of the script that we have here. Okay, I usually align it to the right. And I'll just change the font size so that it would fix the box. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but
Okay.
I hope that you will listen to it while reading. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.